Our Thrawn's Revenge 3.3 former preview playthrough as the Galactic Empire. In the last episodes, we have continued pushing through Corellian space, which we're going to be doing once again today. We'll start by building up Talasia a bit, since that is where we just got to. But Telfaglio, I think, is going to be our next target. We are going to take some of our building a little further, and I suppose the best way to do that is to just move some of the stuff that's already built over to Kuat, and we'll have some fleets coming from that. Because Kuat was very sadly attacked by the New Republic, and we need to rebuild some of our backline here. But someday we'll be able to build the Impellor fully. I'll do that now. But there are a few of the other ships in the frigate space to build, including some new ones, Tarkin's Revenge and Dark Ascension. Some latter-day add-ons. And I actually think that is getting us... yeah, that is the end of them. So let's put you guys back together, because this is still only a 200 pop fleet. And I'm going to send them into Telfaglio. So you guys go over here. This is our ground forces, I believe. Yes. And once these guys are done, I'm going to be sending them over. Okay, well, we're going to be going through to Danon. Get ourselves some yogurt. Not the Jedi Master from... from Spaceballs. I don't know why I was struggling with that. Alright. Panaka... you can ion cannon whatever you want. Arctic Quiver, come on in. Great Day of His Wrath. Then Evangelion. And we'll put in our IECs. So we haven't really had a chance to use those yet. Shipsco Burr, you can come in. Artemisia, come on in. And Kashala. Okay.
Star Destroyer reporting in.
So we've got a good chunk of bombers with this fleet. So let's make sure we put them to use. And some of them are still spawning. Get on in. Now, you guys can attack. It's just the Golem 3. It's just a few little garrisons alongside that. I mean, that's not what just means if I'm saying more than a few things, or more than one thing. If my list of just includes more than just the thing that it's just. So if you really want to leave an angry comment about that, please do. Please boost the engagement. But I don't know how many people are going to, like, even with boosted engagement, if the video gets pushed more, like, how many people are going to click on episode 60, or I guess this is what, 46 of an Empire at War playthrough if they haven't seen the prior ones. I don't know if the watching habits of anyone really match up with that. Like, you watch Let's Plays, but you only watch episode 46 of them. Which is why it's sadly not a growth industry on YouTube anymore. But we got through the Golem 3. So we'll need to get over to the Golem 2 with a bit of support from Panaka, because he's still in shock. Still a little dead. Where's my TIE Hunters? I don't get any. I'm very sad. Oh well. Well, you can handle that alone. And we're all coming for that. So Panaka, you're going to start taking some damage. But it shouldn't last too long. And I think we can kill some of these little Corvettes on the way. Alright, I'll send a couple bombers off to the trade port. But I think we are only a couple planets away from being able to shift back to the area that I really wanted to take first. So I don't know if going for some of those Hapen planets early makes as much sense, or if I should just keep focusing on the New Republic, because the Hapens have less capacity to build more, even though they are quite large, and some of them are just in our back line now.
Heading to destination.
Another attack.
Roger that.
I'll take care of this. Getting alive.
So, okay. So we could also look towards taking the Yavithans out, so we can finally take Enzoth. But I'll do a bit of an assessment of what the shipyard situation is. So we know Enzoth is there, a couple hut space ones. Jindan we definitely have to get. Because theoretically, there's Sluis Van as well. That's the main thing with pushing south here. But we only need to go so far south. Like, we might be able to break through Follis and then go down here. Because what else is there? There's Jindan and Sluis Van. We definitely need those, plus Enzoth. And if we go further east, it's Ubrikia, Nalhutta, and technically the Maw, but if that's not unlocked, then it's not unlocked. Okay. I still need to figure out some additional ways to tie in the locked planets to the victory conditions. I was trying to do a whole thing, because like the locking is an XML state that you can't detect if a planet is locked. There's no way to directly do that, so you kind of have to make a wrapper function that tells the XML event to lock and unlock. And then you can maintain a list of the ones that you've told to do that. That's basically how we'll have to do it, but it can be tricky to have that set up in a way that can properly maintain that list. Unless you turn it into a weekly thing, because the biggest issue is, like weekly as in cyclically, but the biggest issue is that if you send the thing to the lock event in at the start of the game, it doesn't always, the Lua scripting isn't always able to keep up with that, which is why the locks don't show up all the time in the places we want. But if you have the lock triggered every week, then you can kind of brute force it into knowing what the state of everything is. And it's less efficient to do it that way. So that's always the fun trade-off you got to keep in mind. But we've got Tilfajli already. So let's get our ground forces over here. Well, I'll put you over there. Let's get our ground forces over there. And I suppose I'll build these guys up a little more. Because I don't know, this would extend it. Right now it's Duro, Telfajlio, and Talasia that we need to defend. So when we get up to Jindan, that'd open it up a bit as well. We definitely need to take Jindan. I don't know if we're going to need to take Howlinit and Denon, but they shouldn't actually be that difficult to once we're in. So maybe I will get you moving in towards that. So yeah, you can go to Howlinit, and let's invade. That's actually, there's not really any units there. I think we can safely do that. And we got Vogel Group 7. The Emperor and the original Moths pulled the Old Republic out of the sewer. Maybe you're strong enough to repeat the feat.
Building under construction.
The big foot guy, apparently. Okay, so we need to go through Follis. So I guess if you take Denon, like we have to take Denon, then we can go around Follis and get through Tina. But I'd rather take the better fight. They had nothing. So let's see what's on Howlinit. I'll check the map before auto-resolving this one. Yeah, this is not a new one, so if there's no units, I think this is a safe auto-resolve as well. There's turbo lasers there, though, so that's a possible thing. I think the turbo lasers mean we should do it. But with the other one, it was literally just the government structure and then some economic structures. Like, I mean, the ion cannon, but that's not going to impact tactical quite so much. So let's bring in some air units. And an AT-AT. Let's try to get up to this.
Moving out.
And you come on this way.
Secure the landing zone.
Reporting. Acknowledged.
We've captured an abandoned
So I don't remember where
Landing standing by.
the power gen is here. I'm gonna try to find that.
Located the enemy.
Aerial artillery reporting.
It's not up here.
As you wish. Squadron moving out.
I think it's up there.
Lancet proceeding. Command received. Right away.
See if we can fly through the back without getting turbo lasered to
Heading
death.
out. Heading out.
Is it up here?
Destination.
Apparently not. Okay.
Let's move out.
Well, let's get the
Attacking.
ion cannon while we're here then.
Yes.
And you guys can move out.
On my
Bring
way.
in some classic ATSTs and AT-ATs, even though they're not the classic ones. They're actually the upgraded ones.
Orders.
Okay, don't let the AAC destroy you. It's fragile enough that you can kill it without wasting too much time. Okay, stop here, and let's back you up. Because those stormtroopers are going to hurt you. Or not stormtroopers, those defense troopers. Oh, come on.
Ready. I have the target in sight.
There you go.
Targeting.
This time you got it.
Transport ready.
We're at 7.
Ready to go.
So let's just send the ATSTs up here. I don't think there was anything else concerning. And I'm going to drop those troopers. Send
Form up.
one of you up with them.
Roger.
And the rest of you are going to go with the AT-ATs around this corner. Alright, so you got that.
Ready to receive orders.
The power gen might be in the actual base then.
Keep going.
We got shields. We don't need to be over here anymore. It's an abandoned factory. That's a turbo laser. Here we go.
Heading for attack position.
We found it.
Awaiting your orders.
Okay,
On my way, sir.
don't get distracted by that. One of you can take this, and then the rest of you can head back to the fight.
Attack. Fire. Copy. Target acquired.
Come on, get the turret. Get the turret.
Roger that.
Once this is down, then we can go into base.
attack.
All right, come on in.
Walker moving out.
Always ready, sir.
The enemy base shield is offline.
So I will put the bombing run on you, and then
Receiving orders.
free runner's coming out.
Initiate bombing run. As you wish, General.
I don't think there's going to be enough in here to destroy anyone. All right, yeah, just a tax agency. We got it. We got ourselves Howlinit. Seems like a good time to save. So yeah, I think no matter whether we take Danon or not, I think what we're gonna do is go through Follis. So we'll probably put a bunch of ships together in a fleet. And hopefully not lose all of them in the battle for Follis. Says, what do you got? You are an allegiance.
Construction complete.
What's our next grouping? This is Assertive Taunt with a B5. This is Roden Bame, a spy. This is Victor Greaves, a ground one.
Star Destroyer reporting in.
I could send him with
Shuttle en route.
Palpatine to
Construction
stuff.
complete.
I think I do want the Impeller before attacking Follis. Alright, you are going to go into Jindan. I'm going to see if I can bop a few more units in with with those guys. Well, these are all just regular units. They're not even special guys. So I'll put these special guys in with you, and that'll get us close to 300. I think that'll be enough. So, what do you got? 718. I think I want you on Jindan first. And let's keep building up on some of these planets.
Constructing.
I haven't really upgraded my economy with moving some trade ports recently,
Construction.
but we don't really need to at the moment. And let's see what our group is going to be.
Researching.
Thrawn Hauser. Okay, and you're gonna go command that fresh new fleet, which might also end up with this in it. How many pop is that? That's 81. I think that will actually... That'll be about 300. So that'll work. That'll work nicely. Can you see the ground? I assume you can't. Oh, you can. Okay. Chronal. This one's for you.
Moving out.
Construction complete.
We'll put them together, maybe with Panaka's fleet. And we will go into Follis with that. The New Republic stuff, we've done a lot of killing recently for a good amount of ships. So I'm not surprised that this section doesn't have all that much defending it anymore. They went pretty offensive,
Choose your
and I found that offensive. So, Chronal,
Heading out.
get in there. Thrawn would have been nice for the extra bonus, but we're already going to be shooting the station, so it's not like the shields being down is going to go to waste. Yeah, so you're going to focus on that. You're going to stay focused on that. And let's go there. It's not nothing for the
The lasers are our target.
garrison, so I kind of do need to make sure we're not just leaving our ships to defend for themselves here. Okay, if you stop there, you're going to be shooting their garrisons as well. Alright, Dark Ascension's first death comes in its first battle. It'll be back, though. I have been working on a plugin to handle the patron units, so the way that I build them is going to be a little bit different, but it should hopefully be a bit cleaner and head in the direction of giving a better sense for what's going on, both for people seeing their ships in action, knowing they're actually in action, and for people who are watching to get a sense of how the mod actually works. Because the build bar being kind of the mess it can be with all the patron units does lead to some potential confusion for people.
Taking fire. Commander, they're hitting us. Awaiting orders.
Alright. So I won't necessarily know which one I'm building when I start building, but there will be a notification when I finish building of what ship it was. So that'll be probably a bit more noticeable for people. Alright, let's move you in. And let's keep going over there. I was going to do the next community challenge ship choices on Monday. The stream to go through the submissions from the rest of the devs. But I think I'm going to do that on the upcoming Monday, just in case there's one or two entries that haven't made it in. I think 30 of them, or 27 of them, have answered my form, but the Republic ship choices just went up, and so it'd still be a little bit before the campaign actually starts. So I figured next Monday made more sense than this Monday. But, yeah, so let's get this goal in 3, and we'll probably kill the capital shipyard almost on accident.
Targeting.
Go after the stragglers.
His Emperor's ship, Warspite, is I think the only other ship that survived. We lost a lot of the other ones to the garrison.
Commander, they're hitting us. Where'd he go?
And I don't think we're gonna lose Chronal to the golem, so that's nice.
Is the laser cannons.
Bomber standing by.
Alright, making it through.
Torpedo launchers.
Eliminating target.
So we'll have to see. It was a heavy vehicle factory and the government agency. No actual units were garrisoned, not guaranteed there. So
Excellent shot.
I think the army we have will be good enough for that.
Those torpedo launchers must be destroyed.
And Here, you can
Sir,
just do that.
I've got it.
Get behind him.
So once we have Jindan there,
I've got it.
we can start the push in towards Lewisfan, and then I guess the focus on the east will be our final push in towards Nal Hutta. So we lost Dark Ascension, a DHC, and a Katana. I'll be able to rebuild one of you, so it's okay. Tarkin's Revenge was still holding the front, but it's not like fighters were a big worry there. They're going to be a big worry against the Hapens. So, here, let's get Dark Ascension back.
Production.
And do these fleets have any of the Lancers that we've been building up? They have some of them, but you always want more. So I'm just going to get a ton of Lancers. No, those are Carracks. Lancers. And I suppose I'll fill you up there. Now, let's get another shipyard. Keep you building. And let's move you down to here, because we're probably prepping on fullest there. So let's get over there. And I'm going to get a probe droid here, because that's Howlinit, not the heaviest. I don't think I want the Eclipse for that fight. I'm going to move these guys over. I'll probably combine all three of those. And how is Jindan looking?
Star Destroyer reporting in. Frigate here.
Yeah, we lost our... There was a regular spy that was giving us that information. We lost that, so... You get over here. We don't need any orbital information. Or a regular probe droid, rather.
Invasion commencing.
So, unfortunately, we haven't found even the dregs of some fleets to chip away at the overall force percentage of the New Republic. I think we were close to like 50% ourselves, and the New Republic and Hapens were just around 20 each.
Reporting.
Okay, let's get up in the little town.
Squad, move out.
This map definitely benefits from not having the long run at the start. I think that's an issue that a lot of the older maps did tend to have,
Acknowledged.
was the... like a long corridor at the start that you walk down, and then you get to the fightings. But a lot of those are resolved. You guys need to take cover. My hand is so jumpy right now. I don't know why. Probably age, but also
Reporting.
tiredness. Need to warm up. Need to get some higher APM games in.
Yes, sir.
Okay, once this is good, we'll be able to move across the ocean with some AT-ATs. Let's get the two of you in there, some of the faster tanks.
Reporting in.
Unit destroyed.
Ready. Reporting in.
Awaiting orders. Squadron moving out.
Just give me a call. Rolling out. Yeah.
Alright, let's get over there, and artillery, deploy. Because we have some heavier tanks to deal with.
Affirmative.
I'm a bit worried about this, Matt,
Transit proceeding.
but it should have the reinforcements in soon. Okay, yeah, we already dealt with the garrisons now.
Position.
Good job, New Republic. Thank you for acknowledging the hopelessness of your position. And
System control achieved.
there we go.
Beginning construction.
So I think the Eclipse is going to factor more into the Enzoth battle, which I should spy on again.
Unit in production.
And before we get moving on any of those, I'm going to build up
Building started.
more of our planets around this side
Construction complete.
to
Construction
full.
complete. Building started. Construction complete.
And you already have
Constructing.
an HV gun. So let's just get
Unit in production.
a few pro droids.
In production.
So we're able to deploy them as soon as we're ready. Alright, that's been slowly worked down.
Building under construction.
Reporting.
Beginning
You can be
construction.
taxed. Okay. So the Impeller is ready. I'm going to move it over into this fleet because that was the plan.
Let's move out.
Well, that plus fighters. Or lancers.
Construction complete.
So a lot of those should be ready now. And like I do kind of want this guy there, Dangor, so that we have a super ship just available. Though, will I really need it? I don't know that I'll really need it. I'm gonna send you down to Sluisvan.
Course approved.
You're gonna be marking our intent. Okay,
Beginning
Jindan,
construction.
you are gonna be needed for actual defense. Let's see what Dinon has there too. Ooh, look at that. So there is a big fleet nearby. I don't really want to leave Dinon or Duro open then.
Building started.
So what are we at? That's like 1,000. This is 772. I don't think we need Dangor for this. I think I'm just going to leave him alone on defense. But I'm going to save before we go into this battle. No, autosave is going to save for me. So let's go. Hopefully we'll be able to deploy the Impeller. Because it's going to be pretty far down in the list. Alright. Having the fighter, or having the Lancers is going to be super helpful.
The enemy has been
And
spotted.
part of the Impeller is going to be giving us some fighter superiority, hopefully.
Copy.
Alright, let's see.
Choose your reinforcements.
Thrawn's Fist, you can come in. Then Dark Ascension over here. Evil Knievel. I do want a lot of Lancers.
This way. This way.
We're going to back that up with Beauty of the Sea. And Act 2. Then this Vindicator.
Sir.
We'll have a VSD and Thrawn. I want your bonus the whole time. More Lancers. And let's say Happy Hobgoblin and Varnillion.
On the double, my liege.
Darius I don't think is going to be particularly helpful. Vindicating. You're going to go in there. What does Blanken have? He has an allegiance, right? Yeah. Then Depredator.
Order confirmed.
Okay. So we're a bit low on pop, but as soon as stuff dies, we can bring in the Impeller. I don't want to go in under, so
Calculating
yeah,
jump
you're going to have to go in there first and star into Haven.
Preparing for hyperspace jump.
And yielding Pestilence too. Okay. Ooh, that's bad.
Awaiting your command. Roger that.
The Ion Cannon is a thing. But that's also more reason to not want the SSD here.
Priority is the laser class.
Okay, so if we can knock out
Your orders.
some of the specialized
Target at maximum firepower.
ion cannons
Fire at will.
first.
Changing course to
And, okay, there is...
Destroyer here. Engaging the enemy.
Admiral Thrawn
The
reporting.
missile launcher.
There is a fleet tender in range. Like, we're... Retreating is going to be tough from here.
We've got
But
them on
let's knock off a battle dragon if we can.
Heavy Star Destroyer awaiting orders.
copy.
We got the Terraphons down, so that's a lot of ion cannon damage that's not going to be happening to us.
I'm ready.
Allegiance class ready to serve.
Alright. Luckily the fighters were going back to the station.
Full speed.
Attacking the laser.
Okay, let's send our fighters in.
Torpedo launcher has been destroyed.
Bomber squadron reporting.
And where's that Lancer Cloud?
Yes,
Well, let's move everyone up here. And these Lancers come up too. Alright, don't get too excited. You need to
Enemy craft.
stay on here. I'm going to move some of you up a little bit more.
Commander.
Because this is now in range of that station, which is not ideal.
Attacking.
But let's get that.
Reporting.
Okay, here comes the fighter cloud, which those lancers are going to be looking to stop.
Where'd he go? Nowhere.
Alright, I'm going to move some of you back,
Falling out of formation.
because fighting the Meridian is not in the cards for you.
Holding here.
That's
Star Destroyer standing by.
that's a downed Coronal. Ooh, you are switching to the other target, so it's not like they're just staying on.
Awaiting your command. Battery is online.
Well, actually, here, you guys
Roger that.
can go in a little bit more and Star into Haven.
Targeting. Our target priority.
Keep on that side. Okay. Bombers, come on in. Let's get these fighters. I'm just gonna tell them to hunt right now.
Falling out of formation.
Yes.
So far, they haven't been contributing as much as they could,
Them on scopes.
and our Lancers are going to be able to rip through a lot of that pretty quickly. So I just need them to be in position. Okay, let's get you up.
We shall be there shortly.
Attack formation.
Can I retreat you a little bit more? Move you guys up. Alright. The station side is obviously a weak point for us,
Closing on target.
but we're pretty quickly getting through a lot of what's here. That battle dragon is next. Okay, here comes the next round. Okay, they're pretty much bringing in another 300 pop cap there almost. So let's get you further in. Thrawn, move up a little bit more. And can you guys start taking out the anti-fighter? Because we want that to be our victory, not theirs. So let's move our Lancers up a little bit more.
You are in need of my expertise.
Let's turn them around. Kreb, get on over here.
Ready.
Alright, let's start getting these Coronals.
I assume you need my help.
Down at 288. I'm gonna let this run a little bit more. Get the power to weapons in. And alright. Where's those Lancers? There's a big cloud of Haven fighters coming through. Alright, if we can stay on the Coronals,
Weapons ready.
then we can get through those and move towards
Do you have something to report?
the battle dragons after that. Or maybe even the Terraphons first. Yeah, you stay on that Terraphon. Thrawn, I don't like that you're taking a bunch of heat now, but keep on there.
Awaiting your command.
You're good on that.
We're being targeted.
They're close enough to Thrawn that I think it's gonna protect him. You're still getting that one. Alright. So keep on that, and Thrawn go on this next one. 269. Gonna put in another Lancer.
Ready for the kill.
Alright, let's see if I can get Thrawn out of there. Well, they're about to take out the Allegiance.
Unable to shake them.
There we go. So let's get the Impeller in.
Coming around.
This is one of the optional Fractal Sponge units.
Let's go.
So I haven't used it in a playthrough yet. My throat stopped working.
At maximum unit capacity.
Shields almost gone. My skills.
Okay, Thrawn back off a little bit, please.
Ion cannon firing.
Taking fire.
Ooh, that was actually really good timing then. Okay.
I've been hit. Taking fire.
Impeller, go ham on one of these guys, please. Ooh, that's actually really good. If we can kill this battle dragon right now, please. We're back up to 300, so things are gonna swing a little bit more in our favor again. And I need to run Thrawn out of there. Now let's try to get into there. Ooh.
I am available. Losing power.
Okay. Use your ability.
Star Destroyer standing by.
It's a big mass of ships back there.
Star Destroyer reporting in. Engage.
Can
Ready to receive
Can you kill... No, actually, don't go up there. Can you kill the Impeller? Not the Impeller. That's what I want you to... That's what I want to kill things. Can you kill the Terraphon?
Roger that. Ready.
You guys can team up on that Cheruba. The Neutrons have a lot of heavy guns in there, but the bulk of this is a bunch of miscarriers, which, like, our fighters, our Lancers are dealing with those, like with the fighters from those. That's what most of the power from that is gonna come from. And you can get out. There's another miscarrier coming in.
Enemies in range.
So once that Cheruba was down, which it is, we can
Waiting your command.
start getting one of these neutrons. And I'm gonna put in a couple more anti-fighter. And our next goal, once we have the other guys in, is to bring Pelion in. Or once we have enough room.
Let's finish it. Go.
Your command.
I'll take care of this. Nowhere to run.
They're still bringing in a lot of units, though. I can't retreat, so it's not worth trying. They have the interdiction mines. So this is kind of a fight to the death.
Go after the stragglers.
Alright, let's get power to weapons in. And I think it makes most sense to stick on these neutrons. So let's try to break through this one. Power to weapons just became available on a lot of you.
You are in need of my expertise. Detected. Taking fire.
And I think we're doing a good job with the fighters still.
Target locked. Taking fire.
Yeah, so if we can keep nailing these neutrons, it'll be easier for us to deal with the mists later, because we have enough Lancers, or we had enough Lancers. We're losing Lancers, but they lost fighters faster. There's another one down. We're gonna see if they start bringing in more. The IPVs move back. Let's try to get our Lancers into a more defensive position right now, because that'll also be helpful for some of the missiles.
Watch for enemy ships. Weapons ready, sir. Go after
We're almost able to bring in Pelion. Thrawn is protected by the body blocking.
Emergency frequency open.
Squad, move in.
Without hesitation.
Destroyer here.
I can't switch positions.
The lasers are
Okay,
Something to report.
keep on that.
the eye cannons.
Changing course to intercept.
I think that is going for the Impeller.
Pursuing enemy forces.
Roger that.
Okay, I'm going to send you forward, and I'm going to send you forward. Or, I'm not going to send you forward. I'm going to send you back there, and I'm going to send you forward.
Down. Orders, sir.
Because right now, all the damage you've taken is from body blocking, really.
My scopes are jammed.
Cannons disabled.
So, I do think we're going to benefit a little bit from some culling.
Go. Calculating attack.
Keep on those neutrons.
Copy.
I've been hit.
I'm going to get you to stay on this neutron. Well, really not that neutron. That neutron is not
We won't be around much longer.
a concern. This neutron's a concern. Alright, we do have enough room for Pelion to come in, so I'm going to put him in on that side, and I'm going to supplement some of our anti-fighter alongside him.
Reporting.
So that should be able to take out this neutron on this side,
For the kill.
and they are down to just the one hiding in there. Once this one's cleared out.
Fire. Star Destroyer.
I don't think they actually have any repairs in there, so I should also, if I can, take out that
Your orders. Yes,
that battle dragon. That'd be another really high value target for us.
Engines are malfunctioning. Under control. Cover me now.
Okay. Probably still could have used another couple Lancers, but at least we have a lot of ISDs to wipe this up. No impedance unpunished, come on in. There it is. We're getting there. Come on, get the heavy turbos.
I'm not paid enough for this.
Nope, I want the heavy turbos off of this guy. Fine, go for that one then. Because this is, it still looks like a big mess, but it's down to pretty much just the mists.
Down.
Commander, they're hitting us.
We're being targeted.
Where'd he go?
Unable to shake them.
Awaiting your command.
And I don't think we're gonna lose Thrawn. I don't think we're gonna lose.
Target
Heading your
confirmed.
direction.
Star Destroyer standing
Well, Vernillion we might lose if that's
Returning to your
Downloading
position.
orders.
kept in this position.
Attacking target.
We're ready.
We've lost our laser cannon.
Powered engines, get out of there if you can. Alright, that cloud of fighters
Commander.
is still coming through.
Priority.
But you two can keep on that guy.
Answer.
Reporting in.
And I'm gonna try to move Thrawn out so that body blocking isn't
Form up.
happening with the Impeller anymore.
Destroyer here.
Watch him. He's coming around.
Enemies in range.
Shields on holding.
Intercepting.
Fire at will.
Alright, there we
Your
go.
position.
Attacking.
I'll take care of this.
Heading out.
Target
Reporting.
critical.
Eliminating target. I am available.
Form up.
Stay in
I got him.
formation.
Open
I'll take care
fire.
of
There
this.
is still the stations left, but that's only a Meridian 3 and a Meridian 3.
Target locked. Closing on target.
Star
About
Destroyer
to be
standing
destroyed.
by.
Narrowing position. Pursuing enemy
And like we're
forces.
starting to have some fighters in the area. Okay, we are gonna lose the Impeller.
Taking him out.
It's body blocked a lot. It saved Thrawn,
Awaiting.
but that does mean it's
What is your analysis?
He's headed your direction.
getting a little bit wrecky.
Narrowing position.
Enemies in range.
Okay, we can bring in not the biggest fish over here,
This one.
and I'm gonna bring in Darius for the stations. So the timing on that, losing the Impeller, it works.
Into your position. I'll take care of this.
Draw their fire. I'm waiting.
Now Thrawn back out of there.
Your command, sir.
Get over here and help. I'm running out of maneuver.
Okay, get over to the station.
I'm getting torn apart.
You don't need to
Commander.
impress anyone.
Attack formation. Open fire.
I'm in a tight spot.
Go after the stragglers.
I'm even gonna move Darius a bit closer.
The lasers are on.
So let's go in through there. I don't know if Depredator is gonna live.
Roger that.
Tase squadron.
I can try to block for it a bit. It's mostly the fighters going on there.
You are in need of my
All right, let's see if we can. Uh-oh. Okay.
Our lasers are destroyed. away.
Crash is what I'm most afraid of right now.
regroup for another attack.
Copy.
Pursuing enemy forces.
Okay, Depredator died.
Holding here.
Let's
I'm not shocked.
your back.
Take out the iron cannons.
Taking him out. Closing on target.
Overall, I think we're not doing horrible. Hugo coming in there.
Taking him out.
I'm not gonna put an interdictor.
Under control.
Some of that was actually a real word.
Coming around. Returning to your position.
Okay.
I'll take care of this.
We know the Hapens have like 3 more of these fleets, but I don't know if it's actually 3 or 4. I think one of them was a bit smaller, and I'm not sure what the station size is at those ones. Because one of the important things with the Hapens is their garrison scale with their stations rather than with their shipyards, since all their shipyards are the same.
Under control. Watch him.
Which I think reducing some of the core power in their actual stations is probably going to be something that happens as they get a bit more work. Because I'd like to reduce some of the defensive free stats, not free, but like the defensive available stats that the Hapens get in favor of some more interesting power elsewhere. Because like their ships aren't actually balanced any different than the other ones. There are a few cases where they get different armor classes that are like sized up a little, but that doesn't really impact pop, cap, or cost or anything. In some cases, it actually makes the battle dragons worse. In some cases, better. But it's the strength of the stations where they are particularly rule breaking. But I don't know that that rule is broken in an interesting enough way to justify itself, or like because the garrisons is already an interesting part for them, and I think there's other ways to do a defensive style for them without just it being raw power. And I think that's something that we are trying to avoid with a lot of the faction mechanics, is just like uninteractive raw power. But we did manage to wipe Follis out. We lost a lot, but of our, what was it, 700, 800 pop cap after we removed Dengor? Probably 800. So we'll see what the listing says. We're still at 500? Yeah, 47. So we lost about 300, but we killed twice as much of that, plus the garrisons. So I think that's going to be a good place to end for today. Next time, I think we are going to make that push for Sluis Fan, but let's see what the setup is right now. We're at 47%. Havens is down to 15. Havens are down to 15. CSA is at 9. And the New Republic's at 20. All right, so on top of making this run down to Sluis Fan, this fleet is looking pretty juicy. So we'll be maybe turning some attention to those as well. But either way, thank you so much for watching. Hope you are enjoying the series so far, and I hope to see you next time. Bye, everyone.